We got a letter from Congress written April 18th, 2018. It's addressed to Attorney General Sessions, Director Wray, and Mr. Hubbard. Scroll all the way to the bottom and see who it's from. Thank you for your attention to these matters. Sincerely, Ron DeSantis, Andy Biggs, Dave Bratt, Jeff Duncan, Matt Gaetz, Paul A. Gosser, Andy Harris, Jody Heiss, Todd Rokita, Claudia Tenney, and Ted S. Yoho. We write to refer to the following individuals for investigation of potential violations of federal statutes. In doing so, we are especially mindful in the dissimilar degrees of zealousness that has marked the investigation into former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton and the presidential campaign of Donald Trump, respectively, because we believe that those in positions of high authority should be treated the same as every other American. We want to be sure that the potential violations of the law outlined below are vetted appropriately. Number 1, former FBI Director James Comey. On July 5, 2016, Comey made a statement on the investigation of Secretary Hillary Clinton's use of a personal email system, during which he stated, "There is evidence that they were extremely careless in the handling of very sensitive, highly classified information." He went on to say, although there is evidence of potential violations of statutes regarding the handling of classified information, our judgment is that no reasonable prosecutor would bring such a case. Incredibly, this judgment appears to have been made prior to interviewing Secretary Clinton and as many as 17 key witnesses, including Clinton's closest aides. Comey's decision not to seek charges against Clinton's misconduct suggests improper investigative conduct, potentially motivated by a political agenda. Accordingly, we refer James Comey to DOJ for potential violations of 18 U.S.C. 1505 and 1515b. In addition to his handling of the Clinton investigation, Comey engaged in questionable misconduct vis-a-vis President Donald Trump. As reported by the New York Times, Director Comey wrote memoranda detailing alleged conversations between himself and President Trump, creating a paper trail for documenting what he perceived as the president's improper efforts to influence a continuing investigation. The article reports that Comey created similar memos, including some that are classified, about every phone call and meeting he had with the president. As detailed in a January 3, 2018 letter to Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein from the Honorable Charles E. Grassley, Chairman of the Senate Committee on the Judiciary, committee staff reviewed the memoranda created by the former Director Comey in a sensitive compartment information facility, SCIF, due to the classified nature of the majority of the memos. Of the 7 memos, 4 were marked classified at the secret or confidential levels. At a June 8, 2017 U.S. Senate Select Committee on Intelligence hearing, Comey stated, "I asked a friend of mine to share the content of the memo with the reporter." Chairman Grassley's aforementioned letter further notes that Professor Daniel Richman of Columbia Law School was a friend and that Mr. Comey provided him with 4 of the 7 memoranda, encouraging him to detail the memos to the press. In light of the fact that 4 of the 7 memos were classified, it would appear that former Director Comey leaked classified information when sharing these memos with Professor Richman. Accordingly, we refer James Comey to DOJ for potential violations of 18 U.S.C. 641, 18 U.S.C. 793, and 18 U.S.C. 1924a. Furthermore, President Trump has raised concerns with former Director Comey misleading Congress under oath on his decision not to charge former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton regarding her use of a private email server for official government communications. As reported by the Washington Post on May 2, 2017, Comey circulated a draft statement on his decision. Comey sends an email to Andrew McCabe, his deputy, James A. Baker, the FBI General Counsel, and James Rybicki, his chief of staff, with the subject heading of mid-year exam. This was an internal FBI code for the Clinton investigation. The body of the email was redacted by the FBI, but it appears to have contained a draft of his statement on the conclusion of the Clinton case. At that point, 17 interviews with potential witnesses had not taken place, including with Clinton and her chief of staff, according to the Senate Judiciary Committee. Furthermore, on September 28, 2016, during a hearing before the House Judiciary Committee, former Director Comey replied after, following Representative John Ratcliffe's question on the timing of Comey's decision. Director, did you make the decision not to recommend criminal charges related to the classified information before or after Hillary Clinton was interviewed by the FBI on July the 2nd? That would be 2016. Finally, in an April 28, 2017 letter to former Director Comey, Chairman Grassley stated that there appear to be material inconsistencies between the description of the FBI's relationship with Mr. Steele that then FBI Director Comey, did provide in your briefing and information contained in the Justice Department documents made available to the committee only after the briefing. Accordingly, we referred James Comey to DOJ for potential violations of 18 U.S.C. 1621 and 18 U.S.C. 1001. Number 2, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. A lawyer representing the Clinton campaign and the Democratic National Committee paid Washington firm Fusion GPS to conduct research that led the Steele dossier, according to an October 24, 2017 report in the Washington Post. Scrolling down. Accordingly, for disguising payments to Fusion GPS on mandatory disclosures to the Federal Elections Commission, we refer Hillary Clinton to DOJ for potential violations of 52 U.S.C. 30121 and 52 U.S.C. 30101. Number 3, former Attorney General Loretta Lynch. With regard to former Attorney General Loretta Lynch, we raise concerns regarding her decision to threaten with reprisal the former FBI informant who tried to come forward in 2016 with insight into the Uranium One deal. Accordingly, we refer Loretta Lynch to DOJ for potential violations of 18 U.S.C. 1505 and 1515b. Former Acting Director of the FBI Andrew McCabe. With regard to former Acting Director of the FBI Andrew McCabe, as reported by the New York Times, Attorney General Jeff Sessions has said that during the internal Hillary Clinton investigation, Mr. McCabe lacked candor, including under oath on multiple occasions. The report went on to say that is a fireable offense, and Mr. Sessions said that career apolitical employees of the FBI and Justice Department agreed that Mr. McCabe should be fired. Furthermore, the DOJ Office of the Inspector General recently released a February 2018 misconduct report titled A Report of Investigation of Certain Allegations Relating to Former FBI Deputy Director Andrew McCabe, confirming 4 instances of McCabe's lack of candor, including 3 instances under oath, as well as the conclusion that Mr. McCabe's decision to confirm the existence of a Clinton Foundation investigation through an anonymously sourced quote violated the FBI and DOJ's media policy and constituted misconduct. Accordingly, we refer Andrew McCabe for potential violations of 18 U.S.C. 1001, 18 U.S.C. 1621, and 18 U.S.C. 1505. On to number 5, FBI agent Peter Strzok and FBI counsel Lisa Page. With regard to topic counterintelligence FBI agent Peter Strzok and senior FBI lawyer Lisa Page, we raise concerns regarding the interference in the Hillary Clinton investigation regarding her use of a personal email server. As the Wall Street Journal reported on January 22, 2018, following the Justice Department's second release of the texts exchanged between Strzok and Page, the latest texts show the FBI also eliminated evidence that Mrs. Clinton compromised high-level communications. The report provides the following alarming specifics, among others. Mr. Strzok texts Miss Page to tell her that in fact senior officials had decided to water down the reference to President Obama to another senior government official. By the time Comey gave his public statement on July 5th, both references to Mr. Obama and to another government official had disappeared. Accordingly, we refer Peter Strzok and Lisa Page to potential violations of 18 U.S.C. 1505 and 1515b. Number 6. Department of Justice and FBI personnel connected to the compilation of documents on alleged links between Russia and then-President candidate Donald Trump, known as the Steele dossier, including but not limited to former FBI Director Comey, former Acting Director of the FBI Andrew McCabe, former Acting Attorney General Sally Yates, former Acting Deputy Attorney General Dana Boente, With regards to the Steele dossier, we raise concerns regarding the presentation of false and/or unverified information to the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court in connection with the former Trump aide Carter Page warrant applications to conduct surveillance through the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, FISA. As Representative Devin Nunes, chairman of the House Intelligence Committee, states in a March 1st, 2018 letter to Attorney General Jeff Sessions, former and current DOJ and FBI leadership have confirmed to the committee that unverified information from the Steele dossier comprised an essential part of the FISA application related to Carter Page. Accordingly, we refer to DOJ, all DOJ and FBI personnel responsible for signing the Carter Page warrant application that contained unverified and/or false information for possible violations of 18 U.S.C. 242, 18 U.S.C. 1505, and 1515b. There's the signature page, and here are the 11 swamp drainers in Congress. And here are the hashtag 11 swamp drainers in Congress. Ron DeSantis, Dave Bratt, Matt Gaetz, Andy Harris, Todd Rokita, Teddy Yoho. And on the right side, we've got Andy Biggs, Jeff Duncan, Paul Gosser, Jody Hiss, and Claudia Tenney. These are your 11 swamp drainers in Congress. We need to keep these people elected. Re-elect these people. If you are in one of their districts, you should be proud of your representative. I'm very proud of Dave Bratt tonight. Congratulations, Dave Bratt. Way to do it, bud. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. Let's go, Matt Gaetz. You got this, Ron DeSantis. Andy Biggs, you're going to drain the swamp. You guys are American heroes. We need you to step up and push this issue. And they need us to get out the vote in 2018. If you think we still have a chance to take back our country, get out the vote. Get these people reelected. Get the swamp drainers reelected. Have a great day, guys. Thanks for listening.